Good morning and welcome to another coaching video. Today I'm going to be going over what I like to call the Jumpstart, starting your lead gen and advertising and everything like that. I'm going to cover how to download the photos and get the information for other agents' listings that you could advertise. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about Postlets and Facebook at the end. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing first, when somebody sends you listings that you could advertise, for example, when you get my listings in the sheet that I share, where are my listings? Oh, they're right here. Okay, so you get these listings. This is the sheet that I send over. This is what I currently have. But either way, there's normally a link there, whether it be through Postlets or through Rently. Now, what you're going to do is copy that link, go to your Google Chrome, and paste it in. This is going to bring up all the information for the property. So you have the amount of beds, bats, price, square footage, pets, okay, and the description here and the pictures. So the first thing you're going to do is we need to get the photos. So here on your desktop, you're going to right click and create new folder. And if you hit Command I, it'll bring up the information. So we're going to call this 511 Central Ave, unit 3L, as that's the address of the apartment. Okay. Now back over here to our pictures, all you have to do is simply right click, hit Save Image As, and go to that folder that we just created and hit Save. And on to the next photo. So we're going to do the same thing. It automatically finds the folder that you just had opened. So I'm going to go Save. And you're going to go through and do this for every photo that is here. One at a time. All right, now that we have that done, you're going to open your Postlets account. I use Rently, which is a paid syndication site. It just has a few more upgrades. If you guys are ever interested in learning more about that, just give me a shout and we can talk about it more. But for now, let's go use the free good old Postlets. It is owned by Zillow and Trulia. It's a great site and it's pretty much everything that you need to start out for free. So once you create your Postlets account, you put in all your information, everything like that, you're going to see a screen like this. You probably won't have too much active. When you rent them, they go to expired. So for now, we're just going to hit create new Postlet. It asks you the address. So that is 511 Central Ave, Jersey City. And you'll see it starts to pop up here. Unit 3L for rent. Save and continue. All right, the rent on this is $17.50, which makes the deposit. I always fill this in as the security deposit. That's what they do by deposit, not the total, because they're going to pay some fees too. But the security deposit on this unit would be $26.25. Okay. Date available. This one is available March 1st. Additional terms. Here I always put fees apply. You don't want people coming through looking at the unit that don't want to pay a broker fee. So you put 1 month broker fee, 1.5 months security, and $30 credit check. If you guys don't know how to run the credit check and do all that, you can check out the other video on the site. It has the whole breakdown on how to do all that. So here, property type, this is an apartment. An apartment is when one owner owns the building. A condo is when it's an individual owner in the building. So in this case, it's an apartment, 3 bed, 1 bath, 1,000, 3rd floor. Parking, there is no parking. Pets, they love pets, so pets are all fine. Laundry, there is no laundry in this building. So save and continue. Now it's going to ask you to do the photos. So here under photos, you just simply hit select file. We're going to go through and find that folder that we created. and select all the photos. You just click and drag. You can select every photo and hit open. And you'll see it opens them all up. Okay, you could put in photo captions if you want, but I don't think it's that necessary to put kitchen when it looks like a kitchen, so that's an option. All right, so down here as well, if you have embedded video, if you did a tour, if you have a virtual tour done, this is where you'd put the links in, but for now we're going to hit save and continue. Okay, so now back here on my information, you could simply take the description, hit Command C to copy, go over property description, Command V. All right, so that just copies everything in. For the description, you can write whatever. Completely updated, oh, not this. Sunny 3-bedroom. Okay. For the website URL, I usually put the link to my Rently because they could schedule online, but this is where your personal website would go. If you have a website, that's where it would go. All right, so down here we have a living room. There's no walk-in closet. There is storage space downstairs in the basement, so we're going to check that. And on to the next. So it has oven, fridge, microwave. There is no dishwasher. It does have a freezer attached to the fridge, and stainless steel. Exterior here, there is no exterior anything. The AC, it does have central AC in this building. Cable ready, sure. Hardwood floors, granite counters, and that's it there. Over here, there's nothing really special, but if it's new construction, waterfront, you know, those options are here as well. Elevator, secure entry, sure. The door locks. And down here, it is near transportation, so we're going to check that off. It's near the bus. And parking, again, we're just going to put nothing because there's no parking. So save and continue. And you will see here, so you have a preview of your postlet. So this has all the details, everything like that that you need. Now, the issue I have with this, just looking at it right away, is that our cover photo, our main photo, is of a side room. So I'm going to go back and go to photo. I like to put a nice picture up there. So you could rearrange it just by dragging it up to the top. And you know, you could reorder them kind of in a better position. So when people look through it, they look at it in the order that you want them to. This is a nice picture. All right, so I'm going to go down and hit save and continue now. Back to review. Yeah, that looks good. So everything looks good here. I'm going to go ahead and hit activate postlet. I'm going to get a little message. It also sends you an email. It says it's active. So it's going to copy it out to Zillow, Trulia, HotPads, you know, the whole kind of gambit of rental sites there. If anyone ever asks, it hits all of these sites: Yahoo, Front Door, Normal, Oodle, Sumper, Lovely, you know, all these things it goes out to. All right, so now that that's there and out, the issue is that if you're posting somebody else's, it's not going to post to Zillow and Trulia because they don't do duplicate postings. So it'll hit some of the smaller ones like HotPads and everything like that, but it's not going to hit the big ones. So it's very, very important when you're trying to do rentals to be posting it to Craigslist. So that's right here, post to Craigslist. Also, you could do sales on Postlets as well. It's not just for rentals, okay? So posting to Craigslist. This button here, this orange button, is evil. Don't use it. Because of our location, when you hit this button, post to Craigslist, it opens it up as New York Craigslist, and it's going to ask you to pay $10 to post the ad. This is the number one question I get from my coaching clients is, why is it asking me to pay $10? Do not use this button. This button is evil. Okay? So what we're going to do instead is you click this box here that says HTML and hit Command C to copy. We are going to go over to Craigslist. Make sure it says North Jersey here. If it doesn't say North Jersey, you can go through and pick, you know, your city and everything like that over there. We're going to hit apartment and housing, post. It's going to ask you to log in. So you should have a password or login already set up. So we're just going to log in like that, and it's going to bring us to here. So this is our categories section. We're going to hit housing offered, apartment housing for rent, unless it's for sale, then you hit for sale. And down here in this posting body, we're just going to hit Command V, which is going to paste that box that we copied. So again, we're just going to be copying this box into this box. Okay? I always steal the title out of right here, but you could type it in if you like. The location is Jersey City. The heights for this one, so you're going to put in zip code. Square footage is 1,000, rent 1,750. Availability is March 1st. Bedrooms 3, bathrooms 1, laundry, no laundry, parking, no parking. Cat's okay, dog's okay, it's not furnished. All right, so down here we're going to put in the address. And hit continue. So it's going to show up on a map. Sometimes this gets the wrong address, so make sure that you look and it's in the right, the right space for it. I'm going to hit continue, add image. So now that we have this folder, you're going to go find the folder in the same way we did before. You just drag across all the pictures and hit open. So now that you did that, it's going to go through one by one and upload them. The featured image is going to be first. So that's whatever one is first in that folder. So in the folder, this is my first image. Every time you do this, that will be the featured image. So make sure that you have them in the right order, that you like it. If you're not in the right order, you just hit select it, hit Command I is the information tab, and you could rename it. So you can rename it whatever you want. Like number 1 usually puts it to the front, or 0, or whatever. Okay. So once all those pictures are in like that, you just hit done with images. You could take a look, it makes it all nice and fancy for you. And we're going to hit publish. So that's going through. Once that's done, it posts to Craigslist and you're all done. So ideally, you're advertising during your lead gen time. You should be posting everything you have to Craigslist every single day. Whether it be in the morning, if you're feeling frisky, do it twice a day, once in the morning and once after work. Around 6 when people get home, that's a good time that people look. This works. So if you post things, people will call you. You will get emails, you will get phone calls. It's pretty much a guaranteed system here with putting things out. Now, the more things that you put out on Craigslist and in your postlets, the more hits you're going to get, obviously. If you have more lines out there while you're fishing, you're going to get more fish. So I want to talk about how to find other listings to advertise. So you could always advertise mine. I send out the list pretty regularly. The reason why I don't hold them is that, yes, I could double end them and make more money, but I would rather have it rent fast and have the landlord be happy. Instead of doing both ends, I'd rather have the landlord be happy and get the listing back next year as another rental or possibly a sale. So that's kind of more important to me than hoarding it for an extra couple $100. Okay, so we're going to look on the MLS for other listings that we're allowed to advertise. You must always ask permission from the listing agent, and it can only be Keller Williams agents. You cannot advertise stuff from different agencies. If your friend works at Liberty or Weicker, it doesn't matter. You still can't advertise their listings because it's a different company. But within our own company, you could always ask people if they'll let you advertise. I know a lot of people in the company feel the way I do, and they'll allow you to advertise. Some people that are on teams will save it for their team. So keep that in mind. All right, so here on the MLS, we have this quick search panel. There's a little wheel right here. It says edit widget. So this is a widget, by the way. It's like an automated thing. So we're going to click that wheel. And over here, these are all things you could add to this quick search. So for any reason, this is always how you're going to edit. If you want to do a quick search on a building, you put in an address, you put in whatever. If you're looking for bank-owned properties, you could just do it this way. So you would add that in. Now, I already have it in here. So it's listing office. So that's what we're looking for. You would go to find and type in listing office. It would come up. You would just simply select it and hit add right here. And it puts it over to this side. Like I said, I already have it here, so it's not going to do anything. So we hit apply. So it's going to update, and now we have our listing office search box in here as well. So to find rentals, we're going to go to AR, which is active rental. Area doesn't really matter because we're looking for things to advertise. We're not looking for a client. So the only other thing we're going to fill out is the listing office. Now, when you type in Keller Williams, there is a few different options. Obviously, we don't want East Monmouth or Elite. Those are different townships, Cornerstone as well. But there is 2 Keller Williams City Life options. You want to make sure you pick the one that is full, Keller Williams City Life Realty, not just the Keller Williams City Life. The Keller Williams City Life Realty we're going to select. You'll see down here, there's currently 83 listings within our company. Now, in your Postlets, if you have my 5 or 6 up, that's great. But out of 83, that's 5 or 6. You should be able to get, at least 20 in the Postlets and advertise, and you'll be on a Jumpstart to, crazy business. And you need to keep in mind that renters turn into so much more. So once you start getting into doing rentals, you keep up with them, they turn into buyers, and it's great, quick money. So make sure you're doing this. Check in, make it a point to check in about once a week and see what came down so you could take it down and what came up so you take it up. So we're going to hit search, and it's going to pull them all up. So I would recommend going through these one by one. So, this one just happens to be mine, the one I randomly picked. So you could go through this and see. So that's Judy's. I think she works on a team, but you could always ask. This is Chris Daliani. He would probably allow you. You got to just always ask, though. So once you find one that you want to do, you're just simply going to right-click, create the new folder the same way before. Command-I to open up the information. And we're going to rename it 475 Palisade Ave. I'm not going to post this one because I didn't ask, but I'm going to show you how to save all the details. So we're just going to click on the pictures here, right-click, save image as, the same way we did before. We're doing the same way whether it's off Rently or if it's off the MLS. So we're going to select that folder, hit save. For the next picture, save. Oh, see, okay. So down here, when it says web page complete, that means we didn't get the right thing. So you have to make sure when you click, it doesn't say save as, it says save image as. So sometimes, sometimes you have to try a few times because it's blocking it and saving the web page instead of saving the image. So make sure it says save image as, not just save as. So we're going to save that photo, go on to the next one, save image as. And so you get the point. You're going to go through, save all the pictures. And now when you go to your Postlets, you have all the information. You have the listing price, you have the unit, you have, if there's pets allowed, you have the date available is now, 1 bed, 1 bath, all the details you need here. Here's your description. There's plenty of options here. And now you know that if you have somebody that wants to go see it, you could set up a time and then you call 1-800-SHOWING to schedule a showing. So you don't have to call the listing agent directly because it's here on the MLS. If it's not on the MLS, then you might have to call the listing agent directly. Okay? So that is how you're going to pull listings off the MLS to get them all into your Postlets. So the only other thing I want to talk about today is going to be your business Facebook page. So you're going to create a business page. You simply just go to Pages, create local business. You put in the address as our office address. Don't put it as your home address because then people will come to your house. You want to be posting to this quite regularly, all different stuff. You could post listings. You could post news articles. You could post just the logo. You could post things that are sold and just listed flyers, holiday cards. The ideal, things about Keller Williams. The ideal situation would be to have one post going out every day. I know that sounds like a lot, but there is a way to cheat. So a couple ways to do it is you're going to go to Postlets. We are going to go to one of the Postlets we just created. So 511 Central right here. You hit preview. Now from here, up here in the URL bar, the top bar, you're going to hit Command Copy. we're going to go here and say beautiful 3-bedroom for rent. I'm going to make a space and paste in that link. When you do that, see it's doing something, it automatically creates a post here for you. So it's going to create a thing that ends up looking like this, basically. So what I said when I want to schedule things out in advance, from here, instead of just hitting publish like normal and it goes on your wall, if you hit this down arrow, you could hit the schedule button. The schedule button is cool. You could set it to post anytime you want. So say, for example, I want to post this tomorrow. I'll post it tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. It just always fills in at the same time that it is here. So, you know, you could adjust that if you want the time, but for the most part, it doesn't really matter what time you're posting on Craigslist. Facebook, not Craigslist. So from here, you're going to hit schedule. This all goes away, and that will post tomorrow. So that's one post down in advance. If you sat down twice a month and scheduled out 2 weeks of postings in advance, this is something you'd only have to do twice a month, and you would have, you know, a posting every day. Okay? Some other options are news articles. So if you type in Hoboken News just into Google, you will see plenty of news articles. So Hoboken gets automated parking garage. That's pretty cool. Make sure you put the nice stuff. Nobody wants to go to your real estate page and read about DUIs and stuff like that. And also, please make sure if you're posting about festivals and something that's going on in town and you're scheduling it out, don't schedule it to post 3 days after the festival is over. Make sure that you're posting it, you know, timely. So we're going to post this one because that's pretty awesome. 373 parking spaces added to Hoboken. This is actually something I would like to read. So we're going to go through here, select the URL, same way we did with the Postlet, Command C to copy, and go back here. You're going to put a little quote, paste that article in, and it's going to create the same way it did before, a nice post right back to that article. Again, we're going to click the down arrow and schedule. And since we already have a post for tomorrow, we're going to make this one for Saturday. Schedule. So now, for the next 2 days, it's going to be posting things. Okay, some other stuff that you can post that's pretty cool. If you go to your mykw.kw.com, yeah. And you know what your login is. So there's a bunch of content you could post in here. The first thing is going to be, if you go to My Marketing, there's a bunch of stuff in here. So we're going to, actually, you know what? We're going to click on this My Marketing, this plus sign here. And we're going to do Create Marketing Materials, which is right there on the top. All right, so from here, one thing I always like is this month in real estate. So this month in real estate is a letter that's automatically produced by Keller Williams. It comes out every month. They are national stats that are in it, which I don't think is bad for people to know. So, you know, it really doesn't hurt to be posting everything. So this is this one for January. So we're going to select this. And, you know, you could see the national mortgage rates, and it says the average home price in the United States. You could change this if you want to use the quarterly report numbers and create this to be for Hoboken. That's definitely something that you can do. So instead of saving it as a PDF, since we're just using this for Facebook, it doesn't have to be super high res. You can right click, hit Save Image As, and save it right to your desktop. Now, if we go back here to Facebook, we're simply going to hit Add Photo. It's giving me all kinds of crazy options. But you could actually just drag and drop the picture right into there, or you could go through those options and select it. So go through national stats on real estate this month. Great. Schedule, posting on Sunday since we did the other 2 days already. Schedule. So you see how easy this is once you have your Postlets going and you have some other options to work with. Scheduling out 2 weeks should only take you about 15, maybe 20 minutes. Once you get the hang of this, you'll be able to fly through and do it pretty quickly. So that's going to be the point, is that everybody that likes your Facebook page, so your likes, is going to be able to see these come up in their news feed. So you want to make sure that you're posting, and it's not just constantly, look at my listing, look at my listing, look at this house, look at this house. You want to make sure that you have some different things in there. People will click on articles about the town and stuff like that. Make that a constant point to be posting stuff like that. Okay, so go through these marketing campaigns. There's a bunch of other stuff that you could post. Get creative with your Facebook. Nobody wants to see the same 6 posts, every single week. So make sure you're switching it up and going from there. My renter just canceled. So outside of that, that's really all that I have for you guys for today. So that is going to be the beginning of your advertising and lead gen, as far as finding listings to advertise, advertising those listings in Postlets, and getting them out to social media. This is something, like I said, should be a daily thing, putting stuff out there. This is where leads come from. So this is generating leads. And we're going to go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and it was helpful. I know that sometimes I talk fast, but that's the beauty of it, is that now you can rewind me and play me back whenever you want. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Have a good week and go make some money.